Bustin' Heads.
Spring Thunder is brought to you by Realtree, Woodhaven Custom Calls, Huntera, Federal Premium Ammunition, Bog Pod, the National Wild Turkey Federation, and Cabela's.
These birds are close. We're back on Missouri public land, and it's April 24th. Zach and I came into a spot that we hunted last year and didn't do any good, but I haven't been in here yet this year. However, there's birds everywhere. As y'all can hear, we've got one right behind us on this ridge, and out here in front of us, Zach and I can hear a turkey drumming. We set up on him right off the roost. He pitched down, he went pretty quiet, but we've been able to hear him drumming for the last hour. Sounds like we got another one coming in here behind us. I think these turkeys are hemmed up. They're being awful quiet, but we can occasionally hear them scratching up there and drumming. How far? Oh, I see. Yeah. Not right now. It's about 40. It's about to go beyond the tree. No, no. No, not good. There's a hen there too. There is a hen there too. They're coming. They're right here. Got the one on the right. Got the one on the right. Got them both. Got them both. That's a hunt right there, buddy.
Buddy.
How about that for a public land Missouri hunt? Oh my gosh. I hope y'all enjoyed that show, because I guarantee me and Zach did. They pitched down right there, and they were there. I thought there was just one long bear. He gobbled just a few times. I thought there had to have been a hen in there. We could hear him drumming, so we just sat it out and waited, and eventually the whole flock ended up here, fighting right here in front of us, and they moved off. I didn't dress warm enough, so I'm over here just shaking, freezing from adrenaline and cold. Holy cow, we just got it done first morning, man. I mean,
7:20.
7:20. That's cool.
That was wild.
Big old long beard. Big old long beard, great big paintbrush on him. 2-year-old, I'd say. Man, did they put on a show though. Look at that beard. I tell you, that was one of the coolest turkey hunts I've had. We're right here on heavily pressured public land in Missouri. The advantage that we had though was that myself and Zach Kurzieski hunted this property really hard all season last year for the first time. And we learned it well throughout that period, and already knew going into this. Zach Fehrenbaugh and I drove down last night in the middle of the night, got our work done, decided we'd head down here and try it. And I already had a pretty good idea of a decent spot to go, and we came in here this morning. I mean, you saw these woods were full of gobblers. It's the start of the second week of Missouri season, and these turkeys have been pretty henned up. I think these birds just had one hen this morning. Those 2 longbeards that were roosted down further from us, they came up in here. They didn't have a hen one with them, and they were coming to the call the entire time. I don't know how many birds this little Woodhaven call has brought in this year. It's that Ninja V, and I've been using the same one for about the last month, but they were tearing it up this morning. The key to this hunt was the setup. Zach and I came in this morning, heard these birds gobbling off the point of this ridge, and if you'll notice, he'll pan over here and show you, there's a little swag right off the side of this ridge, and we got right in the bottom of that thing and worked down to these turkeys. If we would have walked right down the center of the ridge that I've got the bird on right here, we would have been in the wide open, because these birds are roosted right off the point of this thing. You know, they're pretty near eye level with us as we're walking across the top of this ridge. So you got to keep that in mind when you're moving on roosted turkeys. They're up higher in the tree. It's open right now. There's not much foliage on just yet. So we noticed that little swag ran down there in between these 2 ridges, and we got in it and we slid right down there, and we're able to get really tight to them. And when they got hens, when they're coming off the roost, you always got to try to get within 100 yards if you can. I mean, we heard the turkey drumming before we even set up. He was actually already on the ground, and that's a great way to do it. You know, if you're coming into a spot like this where you don't know exactly where the birds are roosted at, you want to be careful just steamrolling in there on one that's gobbling in the tree, especially when it's open like this and you don't know the terrain very well, because chances are if you get too close too fast and make a bunch of noise, they're going to shut up or they're going to see you, and that's going to be the whole hunt. But I think we were patient this morning. We just waited and listened to that turkey and sort of eased down in here. And then once he hit the ground and we knew we had the cap of this ridge in between us and him, we used that terrain to get in here real close to him. And I mean, we sat there for probably a good hour, just listening to these birds, watching. I'd scratching the leaves a little bit and I'd yelp real soft, but it was just giving the setup time to work that killed the turkey.